Any other questions before we do the difficult thing and put Chamika on the spot? Any other questions?
I think I'd like to see what Chamika has to say.
Looking at the basic things of understanding the brief, I think you have understood the brief in much greater detail. Also, I see on the concept of anywhere, anytime banking, you have the edge over them, because your concept of a bicycle again puts us back in a normal brick and mortar branch situation where you go and tell people to come to the mobile vehicle.
And therefore, the winning team this week is Team Lionheart. Congratulations. Commiserations, Team Reflex. So we have some special prizes from HNB this evening for all contestants, and Chatumini Pereira from HNB, who's been working with you all day, has got the prizes. I'd like to ask the winning team first to come and collect your prizes. A lovely HNB cap and a coffee table book featuring the beautiful beaches of Sri Lanka. Chamika, thank you. And can I ask now Alex and Indrajit to come, collect your cap and take your seat closer to the judges. Team Reflex, back again. Last week we used a one-off option not to have an elimination. As I explained then, we can only do that once. So it's about survival, it's about why you are an entrepreneur with the spark, with the drive to win this program.
Yeah, I think I would ask Adam, particularly I think that there was a little bit of misunderstanding by your team of the brief. And if you really look at went through the brief said what were the current status of the mobile vehicles are used, 80% awareness creation, but the expectation from the team is to come with a total new concept for banking.
Indrajit, what was your unique contribution as an entrepreneur to this task?
As usual, I was throwing up concepts during the initial research and conceptualizing phase.
Tell us some of the concepts you were throwing up.
I actually threw out the fact that about the exterior, how we were going to do it, what colors to use and all, because I've actually done some advertising for HNB. I'm not sure if these guys know.
So that means you were focusing on the awareness again?
The exterior, on doing something nice for the exterior.
But I think our client said awareness wasn't a big part of this exercise.
Yeah, I think the brief said we are looking for the future, and there are different segments we serve time to time, and that exterior should really, be challenging to match that. And
which is why my assigned role for the day ended up being again a design role in front of the computer, which is what I get assigned every week, because that is my skill set, that is what I'm good at. And which is why I came up with the sort of vinyl sticker for the outside, and I use my experience.
Are you a designer or an entrepreneur, Indrajit?
A bit of both, because I did come up with the initial idea of using solar panels on top.
You mentioned that you assigned the same role again, but then don't you think you need to voice the fact that you would like to maybe look at a more entrepreneurial role or more marketing role?
Well, the thing is, if I wasn't going to jump on that thing, then we'd have lacked something on the outside, and something I was told to do. I would love to do something else other than that, but if we're going to miss out on something...
Let's leave it there.
Adam, you want to say something to what Indrajit
I'm sorry if I didn't assign you to the correct role.
No, it's not about... I'm not putting any blame on you. It was about getting things done, and it was part of the brief to get a full model done. And I think you assigned the perfect role for me. I'm not saying that you didn't.
I think we'll draw a close there, unless anybody's got any burning questions. Please leave the room while we make our decision. In no particular order. Indrajit, we've reminded you on a number of occasions that we're looking for entrepreneurs with spark, with drive. We're worried. You use your skills of design, but we haven't seen enough of you as an entrepreneur. Alex, a couple of mistakes. The bike didn't go down well with the client, although we understood the rationale behind it. Lara, we admire, applaud the commitment to the community, but we felt it was a distraction, and by your own admission, futuristic design, the banking experience didn't come through. Adam, team leader, the person responsible for reading the brief, the person responsible for keeping the team on the task, not interpreting what the client wants, but actually understanding what the client wants. Last week in Sigiriya, there were no eliminations. Tonight there are 2 red cards. Indrajit, we wanted you to come out of your comfort zone. I'm afraid you didn't. You are eliminated this evening. Adam, we've asked you to consider the balance between taking risks and being conservative, between understanding the brief and interpreting and stretching the brief. Tonight, the 80-20% awareness banking experience didn't come through in the way you led your team and what you ended up with. I'm afraid you are also eliminated this evening.
Reflex පරාජය වුණා. ඇඩම් සහ ඉන්ද්‍රජිත් දෙදෙනාම තරගෙන් ඉවත් වුණා. ලාරා සහ ඇලෙක්ස් පමණක් ඉදිරි අභියෝගවලට කෙසේ මුහුණ දෙයිද?
So there you have it. It's difficult, and it's getting even more difficult. And over the coming weeks, there'll just be one ideator. Good night. Join us next week for another exciting and glamorous challenge.
We didn't meet the brief, but we did produce a final product, which I think when you're developing something for a client is kind of what they're asking for. But at the end of the day, the client's ideas are top priority. In that case, we didn't meet them.
Yeah.
Tough luck, buddy, but we can go and party now.
Yeah.
So okay.
I made a mistake. Where do I belong in this great escape? Chasing pavements, building castles in the sky. Finding out the meaning of this life. Oh, though this is the end of the fight, a battle I fought with all my mind. It's given me life tonight, a reason to chase the light. reason to chase the light. A reason to chase the light.